I've switched my career twice in the last 3 years, and in this video, I want to talk about why I did it and why it's okay for somebody else to do it, especially if you're still looking for yours. So where did I start? Initially, I was pre-med. I grew up with immigrant parents, and anyone watching this with immigrant parents probably know that there's not a lot of career options that you have. You're told to pick between a doctor, engineer, and a lawyer, and I chose being a doctor. I graduated in 21, and it was right around when COVID hit that I started to begin thinking about my first career switch. I was studying for my MCAT, shadowing other doctors, and honestly, I think it was the shadowing that really convinced me that this life is not for me. So instead, the time and the energy that I was putting into studying for the MCAT and shadowing all these doctors, I turned around and started applying for different jobs. I started to discover the hidden job market and try and find something that I was actually passionate about. And at that time, something that had everything that I really enjoyed was marketing. Awesome, thank you. That brings us to career switch number 1. You see this billboard right here? My team and I helped put it up. Pretty cool, right? Is it something that I want to do for the rest of my life? Probably not. Oof. That's better. So while I was in undergrad, I studied both neuroscience and psychology, and something that I did a lot was research. Research was something I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I worked in a research lab, I participated in a lot of research studies, and I had to do it for my capstone. So a goal of mine was trying to find a career that incorporated this research aspect and also kind of kept some creativity in it, because a lot of the things that I was getting to at the time involved some type of creativity in one way or another, hence marketing. So my overall experience within marketing was honestly really great. I spent 2 years working at an advertising agency where I learned a lot of things that I can transfer into many different jobs. The people that I met, the events that I went to, and the projects I worked on were all great experiences that I thoroughly enjoyed. I would say one of the things that I loved the most was problem solving in a creative way that was also relevant to the things around you. So you might work on a really cool campaign with one of your favorite creators. While I was working at the agency, I started to wonder if there was anything more for me to kind of discover. It's not as though the things that I was doing at the moment left me unsatisfied. I just kind of wondered if there was more for me. Something that I really missed that I wasn't getting a lot of work in was that research aspect. There was still research within marketing, but not the type that I'd hoped for, and at least not in the depth that I'd wanted. So I started doing more research into that hidden job market, and I came across content marketing. From there, I came across the term UX writing, which opened me to the world of UX in general. And that's when I realized that the world of UX resonated more with my background than what I was doing before. And before I get into that, it's actually kind of hot out here. So that brings us to career change number 2. So now I'm in the world of user experience design and product design, which I love a lot. It feels weird because I've never actually felt this motivated to contribute to my job. And because of that, I'm just super excited to learn as much as I can, work on some really cool and innovative projects, and then also just work my way up the ladder while growing my brand and my portfolio. At the end of my career, I want some sort of product or some really cool work that I was a part of to just kind of look at and say, this was me, this is what I did, and this is all the work that went into it. So what's better than innovative careers such as product design? And that's just me. Everyone is different based on your passions and what you want to do. This video was just to say that career switching and trying to find what you're passionate about in order to kind of sustain the lifestyle that you want takes some time, and it will take some time, and it's completely okay to do that. A lot of people stress about changing their majors while they're in college, and I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can go about that to save money and time. But after you graduate, there's so many options for you to kind of redirect yourselves towards what you actually are passionate about. And that takes a minute, but it doesn't necessarily have to involve schooling. If you want some tips and some resources on how I kind of transitioned into my new field, you should take a look at my previous video that talks about how I broke into the design field or tech in general. There's a lot of general tips in there for people who are job searching or just trying to find a new job in a different career. So take a look if you already haven't. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you can, I would love it if you subscribed and liked it. If you got any value out of it too, share it. Yeah, I think that is all. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please make sure to subscribe. Bye.